proceed to our next topic, which is carbon-containing oxygen or hydrocarbons containing oxygen. So what are the common uses again of oxygen-containing carbons? Or the main idea for this is that organic compounds may contain oxygen aside from carbon and hydrogen. So first of the list in the carbon-containing oxygen is what we call your alcohols. An alcohol, it is a compound that has an hydroxyl group or it is, okay, bonded to a carbon atom. So its general formula for this is R slash OH, where in R, it is an alkyl group just like dun sa ating alkyl halides. Okay, then R group is abbreviation for any groups in which carbons or hydrogen atoms are attached to the rest of the molecules. Alcohols widely occurs in nature and have many industrial, pharmaceuticals, and biological applications. Okay, example nito is yung ethanol natin. Okay, how many carbons? Okay, yung ethane natin. How many carbons that contains our ethane? Okay, ethane. Okay, so first muna natin is yung sa hydrocarbons natin. Okay, so ethane. How many carbon yung ethane natin?
2, ma'am.
We have two. So we have two carbons. So we have here CH3, CH3. This would be the ethane. But if we convert it, or if there will be an hydroxyl group attached to any of these carbon, this convert it as alcohol. Okay, so we have here example CH3, then CH2, for example ganito OH. So this ethane now will convert into alcohol. Okay, wherein yung ANE natin will be um, changed to what? To yung E natin or okay, yung E natin converted into OL. Okay, so the name will be ethanol. Nakuha? Okay. This ethanol, for example, is a fuel additive. Okay, it is an industrial solvent and an ingredient in alcoholic beverages. Okay, alcohol are classified as primary, secondary, or tertiary. So it depends on the number of carbons, substituents bonded by the hydroxyl-bearing carbon. Okay, for example, here, so first, okay, example, a hydroxyl, what they call this? Alkyl group. Okay, one alkyl group bonded to the carbon. Okay, one alkyl group. This is um primary alcohol. Primary. Okay, primary alcohol or one alcohol. Then the second is two alkyl group is bonded and one alcohol. So this would be the number two alcohol. And then we have here the third, or the tertiary alcohol. Okay, so it bonded by three alkyl group and also a hydroxide group or the OH. Nakuha? Hello?
Flaming yun, ma'am.
Ha? Yes, again.
Kailan dapat nimo ibutang ang OL, ma'am?
Okay, kailan ilagay yung OL? For example, dito is yung ethanol natin. Tanggalin lang natin yung E dito and i-change natin sa OL. Okay, for example, methane. Okay, tanggalin natin yung E and then add natin yung OL para maging methanol. Okay? Okay, customarily, alcohols get their names by the adding suffix OL to the hydrocarbons. Example nito yung methanol at saka yung ethanol natin. Wherein, yung methane natin, it is at 4 hydrogen bonded to 1 carbon. Okay, now kapag nilagyan natin ng hydroxyl group dito or attach natin yung hydroxyl group, this would be an alcohol na. So, 1 carbon meaning methane, then it bonded with a hydroxyl group, it makes it an alcohol. So now the name of this carbon compounds containing oxygen is what we call your methanol. Nakuha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, erase ko muna. Did you copy the what I written on this slide?
Yes,
Pwede ko nang i-erase?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, okay. So, some properties of alcohol arises from their capacity to form a hydrogen bond. So, just like yung cold creams, lipstick, body lotions, and similar products generally include the the what they call this, the bonding of alcohol in your carbon, commonly yung 1 to 3 carbon that bonded with hydroxyl group, okay, which allows a multiple hydroxyl group to form many hydrogen bonds with water molecule. For ano na yung example nito? Okay, ito yung 1 to 3 propanitriol. Okay, which means that this, pag sinabi ding propane. Okay, pag propane, how many carbons? Okay, 1, 2, 3 propane triols. Okay, how many? Okay, how many carbon? How many carbon if we say that we have a propane? We have
3, ma'am.
okay, very good. 3. So we have 3. So we will be having your C C C. Now depending dito sa ating name. So 1, 2, 3. So meaning in a one, what do you call this? In each of the carbon, it is bonded by the multiple hydroxyl group. Okay, or may ditong OH. Okay. Then meron din ditong OH. Then dito merong OH. Now again, our carbon only bond with 4. 4 lang siya. So if we have 1 here, how many hydrogen will bond in this carbon? So meron na lang tayong 2. Okay, then ito, kasi meron tayong 1, 2, 3, isa na lang. Then dito, 1, 2, 2. So the formula for this now is pwedeng ganito. CH2 H2, CH, OH, CH2, OH. Or, para mas makasiguro tayo, pwede natin gawin ito. HO, carbon. Okay, then bonded by another carbon. Then bonded by another carbon. So, ilan yung kulang nitong first carbon natin para maging 4 siya? Okay, okay, hydrogen. Hydrogen. Now, ito, di ba, 1, 2, 3 propane triols. Okay, magiging may OH dito. So, ito magiging H. So, now, ito, magkakaroon tayo ng OH din dito kasi 1, 2, 3 propane triol, meaning there is 3 hydroxyl group bonded to this type of compound. Okay, so magiging H, H. Now, bilangin natin how many hydrogens is bonded to each of carbon. Okay, dito sa carbon 1, ilan? We have 1, 2. Is this correct? Is this correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. Sa second carbon, okay? 1 hydrogen. Is this correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the next is the, ito. Okay, third carbon. Okay, 1, 2. Is this correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so any questions or clarifications about carbon-containing compounds?
Ma'am, mag-ask ako dyan sa pinakaunahan, good ma'am, yung HO. Di ba OH yan, ma'am? Pwede siya baliktad din, ma'am.
Okay. So, kasi nandito tayo sa right, sa right. So, pag nandito sa right, so pwede siyang maging HO. So, may rule yan siya dan kung bakit siya HO. Pero pwede naman ilagay nyo rin na OH.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So, any questions or clarifications? Sige. Another example, and you are the one to name this. Okay? Can I erase this? Pwede namang erase? Okay. Ito. Okay. What would be the name of this compound? Sige. Tabaw, can you give me a number, please?
7, ma'am.
7. Hinalaw. Hinalaw. Cyrix. Naka-open mic ka kanina. Cyrix. Hinalaw. Simple lang yung tanong ko, hinalaw. Kindly open your mic, or if you cannot open your mic, you can chat on our meeting chat. Hello. Hinalaw. Cyrix. Okay. Sige, class. Ayaw ni Cyrix sumagot. Okay, again, what's our deal? What's our deal? Ilan kahit... Okay. Okay. Sige. My question for here, how many carbons did you see in this? In this compound?
6, ma'am.
Okay, we have 6 carbon. If it is a simple hydrocarbons, what be the name of this?
Hexane, ma'am.
Okay, hexane, right? Now, we have here on what carbon our hydroxyl group is attached.
3, ma'am.
3. So meaning we have 3, right? Now, what would be the name of this alcohol or a compound? Okay, hexane siya. Okay, ano yung rule natin kapag hexane siya? What?
Add OL, ma'am.
Okay, add OL. So now this hexane will be the name of, if it is alcohol, magiging,
Hexanol, ma'am.
okay, hexanol. Okay, this would be 3 hexanol. Okay? So now what if, lagyan ko dito. Oh, that would be the name. On what carbon? On what carbon? Does our, okay, wait lang. On what carbon does our hydroxyl group is attached? Or,
5.
hmm? Again, rule
2 and 2,
natin.
ma'am.
Okay, that is 2 and
4, ma'am.
4 hexane diol. Ma'am, bakit hexane yun yung ginamit natin? Kasi we have two what? Two oxygen and two hydroxyl group attached to our our what? Our com, our carbon group. Nakuha, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now, so alcohols. Okay, alcohols are sometimes used as alternative fuels and as octane enhancer in automobile fuels. Okay, ethanol, again, ethanol is combined with gasoline in a 1:9 ratio to produce gasohol. Okay, wines contain ethyl alcohol at varied percentage. So what are the effects of this alcohol in the body? So drinking too much alcohol over a longer period of time can damage the heart and cause cardiomyopathy, or it is a stretching of and dropping of heart muscle. Okay, arrhythmias, okay, irregular heart beating, stroke, and high blood pressure. So it affects the liver and can lead to liver inflammation such as hepatic steatosis or your fatty liver, alcoholic hepatitis, and cirrhosis. Okay, so it can lead also to pancreatitis. Okay, it is a dangerous inflammation and sweeping of blood vessels in the pancreas that prevents proper digestion. So it can increase the risk of developing cancers of the mouth, esophagus, throat, liver, and also breast. So it can also weaken our immune system, making our body more prone to diseases like pneumonia and tuberculosis. So those are the effects of alcohol in the body. So do you have any questions or clarifications about these alcohols?
Ma'am, ano gani yung maano niya, ma'am? Anong parts of body yung maano niya na mag-cancer, ma'am?
Okay, we have here the developing cancer of the mouth, esophagus, throat, liver, and breast. Okay, so pwede mag-develop yung cancer doon. Okay? So, any questions or clarifications pa?
None, ma'am.
Okay, none. So, let's go with your ethers. So these are also a compound containing oxygen. So ethers are organic compounds in which two hydrocarbons are bonded to the same atom of oxygen. Okay, so ethers, okay, they are represented by the general formula of R O R. Where R may be the same hydrocarbon group as R or a different one. Okay, excuse me for a while. Okay. So, ethers like alkanes, okay, are not very reactive compounds. So, they are commonly used as your solvents. So, simple ethers that contain similar R group are named by counting or identifying the organic groups or yung R groups natin. Then, adding the word ether. Okay, so for example, ito. Example is your oh. How many carbons did you see here in the right side?
4, ma'am.
Ah, right side. How
Two,
many
ma'am.
carbons? Dalawa. Tama? Okay. How about sa left side?
Dalawa rin, ma'am.
Dalawa rin. So meaning, if we have two carbons here and two carbons here, kaya ano yung tawag ninyo doon sa um, alkyl, okay, na or hydrocarbon sa dalawa yung carbon.
Ma'am, pwede pakiulit, ma'am. Nag-choppy kasi.
Okay. Okay, ano yung tawag ninyo sa um, alkyl group na dalawa yung carbon? That is
Ethyl.
ethyl. Tama? So, meron tayong dalawang ethyl dito. So, kapag mag-ester tayo, ang pangalan ngayon nito is diethyl ester. Ether, I mean. Ether. Nakuha? Okay, wait. Okay, so this would be diethyl ether. Okay, nakuha, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, another example. Okay, another example natin is ito. Oh. Anong pangalan nito?
Ethane, ma'am.
Hmm?
Ethyl ether, ma'am.
Is this an ethyl? How many carbon? Sa left at saka sa right?
1,
One,
ma'am.
One. What is the name of one carbon?
methyl, ma'am.
Okay, this would be methyl ether. Nakuha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Any questions or clarifications?
Ma'am, dyan sa
Yes?
Diyan sa diethyl ether, good ma'am. Ano ang
Yes.
gigamit dyan sa di, ma'am?
Bakit siya ay, sorry. Dapat may die pa rin ito. Sorry, class. Kasi, may dalawa yung group natin. Ito, 1, 2. Okay? So, it banded by an ether. Or it is banded to the same atom of oxygen. Okay, another example. Okay. What would be the name of this? Oh, sige. What would be the name?
Tripopyl ether, ma'am.
Okay, that is dipropyl ether. Okay, any questions or clarifications about ethers?
Ma'am, what ba? May tanong ako.
Oo.
Mari, ma'am, sa dalawa sa right, ma'am, then isa sa left, ma'am. Pwede siya, ma'am, or hindi?
Hindi. Okay, why? Kasi 'di ba, ang ether natin, they can be represented by the ROR. So where R may be the same hydrocarbons group as R or different one. So ethers like alkanes are not very reactive. So, kailangan same sila. So, simple ethers that contains your R group are namely by counting and identifying the organic groups. So, then adding the R. Okay? Questions or clarifications pa?
None, ma'am.
Okay.
Ganap.
Okay. Ay, nawala. Okay, next is your aldehyde and ketones. Okay? Aldehydes and ketones. Okay, now, what is the difference between aldehyde and ketones? So, aldehyde and ketones contain a carbonyl group. Okay? Okay, the difference between aldehydes and ketones are the substitute of the carbonyl group or the CO. Okay, or it can be ganito yan siya. Or ang structure niya is carbon, okay, double banded by the oxygen. So, ang kaibahan lang daw nila is that yung aldehyde natin substitutes the R and H, while the ketones substitutes the both R group. Okay, for example, this is our carbonyl group. Okay, this is our carbonyl group. Okay, sorry. Pinagkaiba nila, wait lang. Aldehyde and ketone. Okay, both of these contains carbonyl group. So we have here the carbonyl group, double bond. Okay, ito yung sa aldehyde. Okay, this would be the sa ketone. Okay, dito, ang sa ating aldehyde, okay, yung R natin or yung alkyl group natin is isa lang. And then the another one is hydrogen na. Okay, while dito sa ketone natin, both of these is replaced by the R or the alkyl group. So, aldehyde, okay, ika natin. Okay, ay sorry, bakit man nag-hiwi ito? Ay. Okay. Okay. So sa aldehydes natin, these are names by replacing the terminal E of the corresponding alkane with an al. So for example is we have alkane, okay, alkane, yung E dito is replace natin by al. So magiging for example alkanal. Okay? So in ketones naman, okay, the suffix O-N-E is used. Okay, so for example, is we have alkane here. So magiging alkanone. Nakuha? So, O-N-E. Yung E, replace. Okay, example naman nito is, for example, okay, we have here. Okay, so we have CH3, then yung C natin, okay, 1C, okay, banded by O, then banded by H. So what would be the name of this? How many carbons did you see?
2, ma'am.
Dalawa. Kaya kung alkane ito siya, anong pangalan nito? Kung alkane ito, ano ito?
Ethane, ma'am.
Okay, ethane. Tama? So, ang formula nito is CH3, ethane. Now, it's substitute yung ating carbon by a carbonyl group. Okay, which means that what? That ano man? That this would be the name for ethanol.
Ethanol, ma'am.
Okay, ethanol. Nakuha, class? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Next, dito tayo sa ketone natin. Okay, di ba yung ketone natin is 2. 2 what? 2 2 what? The carbonyl group natin, okay? Yung carbonyl group natin, okay, it substitutes the both R group kahit dapat 'di ba H dito, H dito. So dalawa yung kanyang gi-substitute. Okay, so for example, meron tayo nito. CH3 then CH3. Okay, what would be the name for this?
Methanol, ma'am.
Ha? Ilan? Ilan yung carbon? Ilan yung carbon?
Ethanol.
Ha?
Ethanol.
Ilan yung carbon natin? 1, 2, 3. Tama? Meron
Yes,
tayong
ma'am.
oh, now, what would be the name of this?
Methanol, ma'am.
Ha? Yes, magiging
Methanol, ma'am.
puro pa noon. Any questions or clarifications?
Wala na, ma'am.
Okay, wala na. So, can we proceed to esters? Okay, let's proceed to esters. Okay, esters. Okay, what is esters? Okay, esters are organic compounds that have a carboxylic group in which the hydrogens of hydroxyl group has been replaced by the alkyl group. Okay, the general formula for ester is here. Okay, your R, C carboxyl group, or carboxylic group. Then your carboxylic group is bonded with R, or the alkyl group. Okay, so ester are named by the first giving the name of the alkyl group, which attach to oxygen and then identifying the carboxylic acid. In doing so, the IC, okay, is replaced by a ATE. Okay, for example, ethyl. So magiging um acid siya. Okay? So, ester are responsible for many of the pleasant smell of fruits, which the characteristic smell of banana largely comes from the ester isoamyl acetate, or ito, CH3, then CO, then by O, then CH2, CH3. So, this is the chemical formula for ethyl acetate. Okay? So, ethyl acetate is the most common ester that possibly the one with the wildest range of uses. It is a colorless liquid at room temperature with pleasant fruity smell. Its boiling point is 77 degrees Celsius. So, ethyl acetate is used as an artificial fruit essence and aroma enhancers. Okay, but during sa inyong during sa quizzes ninyo, hindi na tayo aabot dito. Okay? So, doon lang tayo hanggang sa carboxylic acid kasi mataas na masyado. Okay? So, okay, do you have any questions or clarifications? Questions or clarifications? Okay, so we are done with the uh, organic containing oxygen. So, pwede pa man siguro tayo parang hindi naaabutin ng time. Wait lang. Mole and molar mass. Okay. So, siguro next meeting na lang ito. Okay, do you have any questions or clarifications?